All rise. Lost the verse. Heavenly Father, we come together here today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, allowing us to continue to work together and grow and move this county forward. We also to watch over all of our local officials as they also make decisions that affect all of our communities. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of preparing accurate written minutes. Recordings are overwritten following approval of the minutes and laid all in the official records of these proceedings. First item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held October 10th, 2024.
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes. Are there any guests here concerning county business? I do know we have two departments here or at a row office, so Dave, if you wish to go.
Okay. With it being the 50th anniversary out at the park, I figured I'd come in and give a brief overview of the season. With me here is our Vice Chairman, Rick Forgay. So we had an excellent year. The daily admissions as far as access to the beach and swimming area was...
Dave, why don't you come up here where it can hear you? And
Okay.
have a seat. There you go.
It was a record year for us as far as daily admission to our beach and swimming area, most that we've seen. We also had a good year with our memberships. You know, as far as revenue-wise, that was the best year that we had seen with an increase in our memberships, both family, individual. Organizational memberships still quite hasn't bounced back from like the pre-COVID years. But our family memberships, individual memberships, we saw an increase with that as well. And our camping too as well. Cabin rentals are up, tent camping rentals are up. Right now with the fall, we see a lot of people. The fall has actually gotten, you know, just as popular as the summertime as far as, you know, tent camping, believe it or not. So we did make improvements. Some of the improvements and the investments that we made at the park this season included, we recently purchased 40 firings for the campgrounds. We're looking at purchasing picnic tables, a number of picnic tables. Some of them are, you know, they're exposed to the elements year-round. They're weathered, so we're looking at purchasing new, you know, a number of new picnic tables for the campgrounds. Whether that happens this year or next year, you know, has yet to be determined. But some improvements, some expenses that you know we weren't expecting. We had to replace a section of the sewer line at one of the bathrooms. That was roughly $5,500. We are investing in repairing a section of the Switchback Trail. Switchback Trail is our most popular trail. It's historic, so we want to, you know, make improvements and you know, make sure that we keep up with maintenance on the Switchback Trail. So there's a section of trail that we're going to work to improve the grading, the drainage. It's starting to wash away in certain parts, so that will be taking place hopefully sometime soon, maybe right after camping season as we wrap things up. Camping season actually ends on October 26th, is the last night of camping, and then we'll start shutting things down, you know, for the season, removing the docks, fishing pier, starting to winterize the buildings and the park. So yeah, we've made a number of improvements. Movie night was something that was new this year, and Rick, feel free to to jump in, but that was. We couldn't quite gauge. We knew there was a lot of interest, but unfortunately, the weather just didn't cooperate for us at all. Every time we planned a movie, it just seemed like it would wind up winds or rain. So we are gonna, plan on moving forward with that next year. The board and I had met and, thought that it was a good idea. And with, again, with the interest that seemed to be there, there's gonna actually be 4 movies next year, at the beach area. And I think there's gonna be one late in May, June, July, and August. I think we're shooting for roughly the last Saturday of the month, every month, for like a family movie night on the beach. That was paid for through a sponsorship agreement, with Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau, as well as our performers for the Heritage Festival. We had a really good turnout for that too as well. I think this year was like the 16th or 17th annual Bluegrass Heritage Festival, which occurs in the open field area near the beach. The powwow had a good turnout. So it was a really good season, for us. And the improvements, the investments that are being made that I mentioned with the 40 firings. We purchased new hibachis for the picnic area. I know, Commissioner, you were out there. We looked at some of those hibachis, and they get used, really heavily. So we purchased a number of new hibachis for the picnic area. It's a combination of county funding and then also through that sponsorship agreement, with Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau that we have we have QR codes that are strategically located throughout the park where visitors could scan the code and it takes them to the PMVB travel guide and television.
Well, thank you.
One of the biggest hurdles, in addition to everything Dave's saying, is the lifeguards, because that was a huge issue that we had, feeling we were losing a lot of revenue. We have champion lifeguards now. We have a lifeguard supervisor. I actually witnessed a life-saving event there. They're massively professional. So the beach, the safety, I go out with the Fish Commission on the lake, and we did a fish study recently. So all things are in line and going well. The new bathrooms are amazing, and the parking lots. We had a built-in speed trap with the potholes, but now it's like a raceway, so we put 15 mile an hour signs back on there. But commending Dave and the board and everybody involved in the commissioner's support. It's a great year for the lake and the county.
Yeah, the Boat Launch B project with the paving and restrooms wrapped up in right before Memorial Day weekend. It was like mid-May, so we've got a lot of compliments on that improvement. And I had Fish and Boat Commission, about 50% Fish and Boat Commission, and the county contributed the other half of the funding for those improvements. We do we're currently looking at the rates for next season. Nothing has been set in stone. But with again, we talked about the off season, with the popularity of the fall and even in the spring anymore. I know one idea that's being explored is the possibility of maybe kind of restructuring our rates somewhat, and having just like a base rate for the entire season.
And keeping them incremental changes rather than waiting and then making big bumps. So we're staying up with the times and the economy, and also the in-county and out-of-county considerations.
Very good. Well, I'd just like to say, Dave, and the staff out at the park, thank you for a job well done this year. It's been obviously a banner year, and we thank you for your commitment. And Rick, I know I got to all the board meetings, and you guys are really moving ahead, and the commissioners appreciate your input and your advice on what we need to do out there at the park to continue to look forward and continue to plan for the future. So on behalf of the board, I thank you for that. I don't know if any other members, anything else to say?
No, it's really, the last couple of years, it's really been stepping up. Just with the blacktop alone. And I don't know if, are you looking into doing more cabins at all or not? I know
I've been on the board since it went from an authority to a commission, and that's back with Dennis when we put the cabins in.
Yeah.
And we have a space issue because of the both camping, but Rocky, that's a consideration that we're always looking at, and also the capacity. And we're on the the usage every year. So we'll study that and look at, I don't know about, I don't think this is the forum to bring up the space of where we could expand, but we'll look at that.
Okay.
Anything else? Thank you for taking time, both of you for taking your time out of your day and coming down and keep us in the loop.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
And just real quick, Rick Forgate is one of the 5 board members, so thank you for all of you for your time. I know you haven't gotten a raise in 50 years.
For me, since 1980, something.
Oh, we appreciate
But I
it.
love it. I mean, it's for the love of the county. Oh, it's a gem. It's an absolute jewel, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on in terms of social media. Oh, the traffic gets crazy, and Commissioner Sifranco and I go down and immediately, and there's a lot of hype that is not so, like out of county, because they're in there for a reason, be it camping, be it so people see out of county. So there's a lot of media that we need to quell.
I think one thing that was really positive, and everywhere we have gone, the fact that the board made the decision to close the park on just July 4th.
Right.
And just have it for county residents. And that one day seems to really resonate with a lot of people as far as they're thankful for that day.
Yeah.
I think that's a big decision because I think that shows that the board, put county residents before the almighty dollar.
Right, and not knee-jerking in the situation, because we're pinpointing on that is the one day, and we're in tune with the Beltsville closing. So, again, Dave and the staff and everybody, every commissioner, we're on top of it. So sometimes we just have to put out the fires, and it's not media, it's just social media like Facebook and stuff like that.
This year, there was a lot of people much more people, I should say, that took advantage of the revised admission policy, as we call it, for the July 4th holiday, so that was nice to see.
Okay, thank you. I know we have one other, Donna, we come up and have a seat. Donna Gentile, our recorder of deeds here, has some announcements to make for changes in her office.
So I'd just like to announce that the Recorder of Deeds office will be offering notary service effective immediately. According to the Pennsylvania State Notary Law, Relona, I'm authorized as a notary official, and I can appoint and empower my deputies also to be notary officials. It states in Section 310 that notarial acts in this Commonwealth may be performed in this Commonwealth by any of the following. It lists a few other offices, but it lists Recorder of Deeds, a Deputy Recorder of Deeds, and a Clerk Recorder of Deeds to the extent authorized by the County Code. So we also administer oaths when people come in to be commissioned as a notary. We administer the oath for that. I just want to clarify that this is for county residents only. It is for county-related business only. The Treasurer's Office has some applications, just as an example, that needs a notary. So he will send them down to me, and I can notarize them in my office. Tax assessment has forms. I had somebody from the clerk system come over. There was a divorce, and they needed to sign the papers, so they signed them in front of me also. This is a free service within the county, and you must have your current ID or a valid photo ID for identification purposes. Obviously, that's the whole job of a notary, is to properly identify the customer. So effective immediately, free service for county residents and for county business purposes only.
And I would like to personally thank Donna because I know there were times our pathonetary had been handling this, and there was some notices that had gone out that under the advice of her state attorney that they no longer needed to provide services and notary services, and due to the amount of workload in that at times, it became overburdened for them. So by Donna stepping up to the plate, it really shifted a lot of that workload over. It solved a lot of issues, as you had mentioned, with the Treasurer's Office, and especially small games of chance license. And I would like to, the nice thing here, as the Commissioner said, it's costing the county no more money. We're not hiring more people. We're just kind of shifting some workload around. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of the taxpayers for
You're
taking
welcome.
that on.
Thank you and your staff.
Okay, you're welcome.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Okay. Anything further?
Rick, did you talk with us yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna call her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And obviously, if the news media would have any questions, if Donna hangs around, if not, I'm sure she's downstairs later. Okay, thank you.
I just gave her all the.
Oh, okay, thank you. Moving on.
Okay. The report of executive sessions held.
There were none.
The department reports, the budget transfers.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
There are no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures, approval of check numbers 246514 through 246655 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $1,908,338.61.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Treasurer Zelenka?
Sure. Mauchunk Trust. A letter was received from Mauchunk Trust Company advising that the variable interest rate paid on your premium community accounts will decrease. That should be from, not to, from 4.98 to 4.48 effective Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. And this is due to the Fed bringing down the rates, and Mauchunk Trust will continue to monitor this, and I know the Fed's meeting again soon, so there could be another change down the road.
Okay.
Next item is the personnel report for county departments.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Motion to acknowledge?
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Next item, item number 24-485, Communications 911, the Fourth Amendment to Two-Way Mobile.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item number 24-486, Correctional Facility, a Vivitrol grant.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 24-487, Planning and Development, the CDBG 2024 applications and also a resolution, so we'll need two separate motions here.
Motion to approve the application resolution?
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Now we need a motion on the resolution.
A motion to approve the adoption and execution of the 2024 CDBG resolution?
Motion approved. Or second, I mean.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 24-488, the Worker Protection and Investment Certification associated with the 2024 CDBG grant.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The Solicitor's Report.
Yes, item 24-489, a banner request by Jim Thorpe Area High School class of 2025.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Under the courthouse renovation project, item 24-490, change orders 15 to 16 to the contract with CMG of Easton.
Motion to approve and execute?
Second.
Go ahead.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
And item 24-491, change order number 8 to the contract with JBM Mechanical.
Motion to approve and execute?
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Nothing further for the solicitor's report.
Any further business? Commissioners' reports, Mr. Honor?
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Notstein? Mr. Sifranco?
I have nothing. Meeting adjourned.
Next.
They was at lunch stage.
Here's food left from yesterday.
Wait, that's right.
Retirement board.
Good morning.
Morning.
Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held September 19th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Zelinka?
Yes.
Mrs. Herman? Yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Are there any guests concerning retirement board business?
We're
There-
using these.
Everyone's getting their checks, that's good.
There was no executive sessions held. Motion to ratify warrant checks number 41086 to 41101. Direct deposit number 7028625 to 7029046 for September.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Zelinka?
Yes.
Mrs. Herman? Yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
And Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Retirement activity for September, we had 7 retirement refunds, 4 superannuation retirements, 1 deceased. On behalf of the retirement board, we send our condolences to the family of Mary Jane Gerhart. Disbursements for September, monthly benefits, $506,253.25. Option 4, $78,378.08. Refunds, $29,961.70 for a total disbursement of $614,593.03. Portfolio value as of September 30th, 2024 was $93,563,917.28. There were no correspondence received. Anything for the solicitor's report?
No report.
Sarah had to reschedule, so she'll be in most likely next month. She was not able to make it today. Anything for new business? Any further business?
Okay, just kidding.
He's just having
all
one
I
of those, he's just having one of those days. That is all. Meeting adjourned. You get to ask all the questions today, the rest will be emailed, I guess.
The improvements he was talking about for the trail and the park, do we know kind of how much that will cost?
Around a little over $6,000.
Okay. And do we have like kind of details of what exactly that project will entail?
Well, I think they're, obviously they're repairing the walkway or the trailway. They'll be putting some new stone down, new gravel, supporting it. They've also replaced some bridges. There's some pictures that I do have, I'll share with you, that of a bridge in that they replaced the end of. They did a bridge also up here on the top of Movie Hill, so I'll gladly share those pictures with you after the meeting.
Okay. And do we know how long that project will take?
The trail will not be closed on this meeting, if that's what you're asking us. No, we will not be closing it. I mean, there may be a little, like detour for a day or so, but no, there's no intention of closing. It'll be done during the time. So I don't know how long that's gonna take, obviously, but
Probably ongoing here and there. I don't think we're gonna contract. I think most of the repairs are going to be done by our, maintenance staff in the park, bridge repairs, bridges, et cetera. But, yeah.
Okay, and I can't remember if he said, but was there a start date for that, or is it already going?
that I don't know. The best person to ask that question to is Dave. Dave has a better handle on that. I don't wanna give a date. I've learned that dates are not good to give out right now.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, that is all. Thank you all. Enjoy your weekend.